Tonight on CTV News at 5.
The demand is never ending, it seems like. It seems like it keeps increasing. We're always seeing new faces.
As the snow drags on, shelters are stretched beyond capacity.
Anything we can do to speed up the wait times and get more patients done, I think, is a good thing we can do.
7 surgeries in Nova Scotia Orthopedics sets a Canadian record in a Dartmouth operating room.
Areas of snow and flurries for the region tonight as this system is slow to clear.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Penopalis. Thank you for joining us. First at 5 tonight, seeking shelter. This storm isn't over yet. As we head into another evening, more snow is expected. The conditions have caused a slew of closures and cancellations, but there are some places you can count on to remain open, like local shelters that, of course, are operating at full capacity right now. CTV's Emma Convey shows us how these warming stations are weathering the storm. Hi there, Emma.
That's right, Maria. There are a number of businesses that closed their doors today due to the extreme conditions, a few of those actually being nonprofits, some actually food banks. But shelters were one that must remain open. After operating at full capacity for quite some time, this men's shelter in Halifax has expanded.
And the province just recently approved it 2 days ago that we could expand to 44 beds. So we've added 11 beds, over 30%, and we're already getting demand, and people are already coming in off of the street, and we're so glad that we can actually say yes.
Outreach teams continue to connect with individuals living outside.
We're going to do everything possible to make sure that they have some place to stay. So we'll call the other shelters, we'll call the Salvation Army, 902 Man Up, all the Beacon House in Sackville, all the different ones that are available, and we'll just pound the phones.
In a statement to CTV News, the City of Halifax says multiple shelters across the municipality have increased capacity to ensure additional emergency beds are available. It adds, during extreme weather conditions, various shelters in the municipality remain fully open throughout the day and night, ensuring continuous access to indoor spaces and a safe place for anyone in need.
We can increase the number of beds. So we add to that 428 and 157. So for example, we have 37 additional beds that will open in HRM and 30 outside of HRM.
The province says there are up to 60 people living in designated and undesignated encampments in the HRM.
And we do understand that there are approximately 30 to 50 folks who would be in unsheltered locations throughout the remainder of the province.
There are fewer food banks open today, but several community fridges are still an option.
A lot of places are closed today, but I've been here for about 10 minutes and there's already been 3 or 4 people here.
January is a tough month for the Dartmouth Community Fridge, often empty as it was today. This afternoon, volunteers did stock it with milk and groceries, but they always need donations.
For the pantry, like cereal, granola bars, those kinds of things. Anything that people might have, like cans that would freeze, if you could just pop them into the fridge.
Now, Halifax does have an after-hours emergency services team called AIM. They're on call right now, Maria, and they do provide transportation as well as winter essentials, hot drinks, hats, and gloves. Now, if someone is experiencing homelessness and does need assistance right now, they can call 211.
Such a valuable service. Thank you so much. CTV's Emma Convey for us in Halifax this evening. All right, let's head over to the anchor desk now where Todd Battis has been keeping a close eye on this weather and the impact.
Well, it is the story of the day, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Maritimers dealing with the second Monday storm in as many weeks. Schools, of course, canceled in many areas, as well as a lot of government offices, some businesses. The snow has continued on and off throughout the day, depending where you are. Winds gusting up to 70 kilometers an hour. We're creating blowing snow conditions. Of course, we'll have the latest. And we'll have Kaylin Mitchell here in a moment. The snow also made for slick driving on roads around the Maritimes. In southern New Brunswick, the RCMP was warning against traveling on Route 1 because of deteriorating conditions. We'll have more in your newscast. And from the ground to the air, there were delays aplenty at the region's largest airport. Some of it had to do with our storm, of course, but many flights were delayed or canceled because of the blizzard that pounded Toronto. Pearson Airport in that city saw at least 150 departures canceled, while Montreal, Ottawa, and Halifax had slightly less than 100 combined flights canceled. We will get an update from Jonathan McGinnis. He's been at the airport all day. All right, let's bring in Kalen Mitchell. There is a lot to talk about, Kalen.
60 centimeters of snow in Toronto.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see anywhere match up to that here in the Maritime region, though we still have some snow falling and accumulating at this hour. It's going to be carrying on through this evening into tonight for parts of the Maritimes. Again, this is a slow-moving weather system. The band of the steadiest of the snow right now is kind of coming in through southern areas of New Brunswick, certainly in towards Moncton in the southeast, around northern areas of Nova Scotia. You can see where the blues are shaded in a little bit darker here on radar. That's indicating slightly higher snowfall rates across parts of the North Shore and into locations in Cape Breton. The snow is lighter into the southwest of Nova Scotia, and the snow is lighter in northern areas of New Brunswick. But there is still some more to move through. The center of the low pressure system is out near Sable Island currently. It is moving very slowly towards the east. As it moves eastward, it's going to have to drag the back edge of the snow, which is back through parts of Quebec and New England, across the Maritimes, and that's why there's more in the forecast for tonight. So we have snowfall warnings that do continue across a large portion of the Maritimes, the south of New Brunswick, both Kings and Queens County and Prince Edward Island, and across Nova Scotia. For New Brunswick, the totals, when everything's said and done, could range between 20 and 25 centimeters. For Nova Scotia, between 20 and 35 centimeters of snow, and for those areas of Prince Edward Island, between 15 and 25 centimeters. On the northern edge of the snowfall warnings in New Brunswick, including Woodstock and Carleton County through the Stanley, Doketown, Renouse Highway area, and into Kent County, as well as Prince County and Prince Edward Island. There's a special weather statement in effect calling for snowfall totals of between 10 and 20 centimeters. Those are totals. We'll take a closer look at how much is left to come as we make our way through this evening and tonight when I'm back a little bit later on. Maria.
Thank you, Kalen. We'll hold you to that. We'll see you in just a little bit. Right now, though, time for our first break on CTV News at 5. When we come back, though, we will take a shot at this story.
I'm Nick Moore in Fredericton. It is one of the most anticipated events of the year in the capital when firefighters and police officers face off for a good cause. We'll take you to the Guns and Hoses charity hockey game coming up.
Welcome back. Police officers and firefighters faced off over the weekend for the city's annual Guns and Hoses charity hockey game. So who won? CTV's Nick Moore takes us to Fredericton for the play-by-play.
The Guns and Hoses charity hockey game marked its 12th year on Saturday night in front of an estimated 1,400 people at the Grant Harvey Centre in Fredericton. The Fredericton Fire Department was here to defend its win last year versus the Fredericton Police Force.
There's a shot there by the Fire Department. They score!
Both teams gathering in support of the Greener Village Food Bank.
The fans really bring out the energy in all of us, and you can see the emotions are high when we get on the ice, and it's the fans that bring it out on us.
Firefighter Alex Matthews is one of the lead organizers of the event. And like any good hockey game, Saturday night got a bit intense.
For 45 minutes, we might be a little chippy, but after the game, we all laugh and have fun because we're all on the same team at the end of the day. We all are first responders. And we like to do this and raise the money and have fun together.
Matthews and Fredericton Police Constable Brady Atwater both took over organizing duties of the annual event a few years ago with the goal of seeing it expand each year.
Look around the stands throughout the game and the rink is packed. So definitely growing each year, which is amazing. Our players are heavily involved in wanting to participate in this event, and it's like I said, it's growing each year.
As for the game, the Fredericton Fire Department did ultimately defend its title for another year. Final score, 3-4. Nick Moore, CTV News, Fredericton.
Well done, everybody. In keeping with Canada's game, hockey players in Nova Scotia braced bitterly cold conditions over the weekend for a tournament at the birthplace of hockey. As CTV's Paul DeWitt shows us, even some hockey legends hit the ice.
Hi, everybody. I'm Krista Loy, president of the Windsor Hockey Heritage Society, and we are at the birthplace of hockey, Long Pond. What a great day we're having here. It started, oh gosh, at least 20 years ago, and we started it to raise money to run our museum, Birthplace of Hockey Museum, to promote the birthplace of hockey. It's grown over the years, and it's grown into such an amazing event for the whole community. And we actually raise money for hockey scholarships for the Avonview High School hockey kids. We support birthplace of hockey tournaments, minor hockey. So all of the funds raised go back to our community. We have Rich Sutter. We have Mario Tremblay. It's his first time here. And we have Brian Scrudlin. And we have Chris Knuckles Nyland.
We play all across Canada, the legends of hockey, and it's just a lot of fun to be able to take part in something like this. Be able to look back and see where the great game of hockey, the best game on earth, started right here on this pond in Windsor, Nova Scotia. I mean, it's like, hello. And a lot of people probably don't know that, you know, and it's important that it keeps going and you carry it forward and give people the opportunity to remember where that great game all started. It was right here.
Oh, you bet. Wonderful. What a great turnout. And my goodness, it was cold, Caleb.
It
was real hard out there.
Hopefully that kept the ice in great shape for those who are toughing out the colder temperatures.
Absolutely. Okay, and so from the cold, we go to the snow. But it's still pretty chilly, too.
Yeah, it was a snowy start to this week, no doubt about that. The snow has been off and on throughout the day and around the Halifax area. We're looking out here at Black Rock Beach. When we come back, we'll take a look at it. How much more there's left to come in as we make our way through tonight.
Sledding!
Are you upset that school was canceled?
No.
It's really windy and snowy. And we got a snow day, so.
Yeah, no, school. It's great.
Lots and lots of fun.
Oh, lots of fun is for sure. What better way to spend a snow day than on the slopes? Dozens of kids and kids at heart made it to Merv Sullivan Park, or the Pit, in the north end of Halifax today for some sledding. We're told conditions were great, minus the wind, Caleb. You can see that was powdery snow, so the wind just picked it up and blew it right back in your face. I can taste it now.
Well,
back to childhood.
I mean, this is just a reality of big snows in the Maritimes. We rarely get them without being accompanied by at least some wind, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very powder-like snow. I would much rather deal with this type of snow any day of the week than that very heavy, wet snow we had at the start of last week. And I'm sure it's the type of snow as well that places like ski hills appreciate, and those who like things like cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, and snowmobiling. We're looking out here at a very snowy scene in the Sydney area. Sydney and Cape Breton was one of the last places in the Maritimes to sort of get into the steadier snow. It did ramp up for them, though, as they went through the morning and into the afternoon. They'll be one of the last places out of the snow as well. Taking a look at our weather systems map, barometric pressure is towards the lower side as we sit on the northern side of the center of this low pressure system, this very slow moving nor'easter type system that's going to be making its way east of Sable Island as we make our way through tonight into tomorrow. Let's look at things on radar. Let's look at a couple areas where the snow is still coming down on the steadier side. Around the southeast of New Brunswick, though, it looks like they're headed into a period there where that snow might be lightening up a little bit. You can see the darker shades of blues just kind of fading off on radar. Some of that steadier snow over top of the Northumberland Strait in parts of Prince Edward Island, and there's a band in place across Cumberland and Colchester counties in Nova Scotia. And Sydney, we were just looking at the snow having ramped up there, and it still looks like there's some steadier snow, some slightly higher snowfall rates showing up here in through the darker blues around the Sydney area and other locations in Cape Breton. Where is the snow lighter right now? One of those locations is in across the southwest of Nova Scotia, though this is also the part of the Maritimes where so far I have some of the highest overall snowfall reports, with some of those in the range of around 20 up to near 35 centimeters of snow. Taking a look at our forecast timeline then for cloud cover and precipitation, we still have the backside of this weather system to move through. That's currently in place through Quebec as well as areas of New England. So as we make our way through this evening towards midnight, you can see a big block of blue kind of make its way across the Maritime region, and that will be the backside of this weather system. Now, it does clear west to east as we move into and through Tuesday morning. Should be mostly clear of much of the west of New Brunswick as well as the southwest of Nova Scotia by, say, around 7, 8 a.m. down to basically a chance of flurries. But we'll take up until around noon for the steadier snow to clear Prince Edward Island and eastern areas of Nova Scotia, including Cape Breton. And then in behind that, there will be a chance of some further flurries. So additional snowfall amounts, this is on top of what's already come down around parts of the Maritimes. Should be between 1 and 5 centimeters for northern areas of New Brunswick and parts of the southwest of Nova Scotia. The Annapolis Valley, though, could pick up another 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. Halifax area, I'm thinking around 5 centimeters or maybe just a little bit more than that. 5 to 10 centimeters from Fredericton down towards Moncton, the southeast, Charlottetown and Prince Edward Island. And then there could be some local amounts as high as 10 to 15 centimeters around northern eastern areas of Nova Scotia, including parts of Pictou and Antigonish counties, as well as locations into Cape Breton. And the additional snow is one of the reasons why we still have those snowfall warnings in effect. Taking a look at wind gusts in the forecast, they're not particularly strong as we make our way through the night. Some peak gusts up between 30 and 50 kilometers per hour, but given the light powdery nature of the snow, it is easy for it to blow around, so be careful about areas of drifting and blowing snow. Winds become north and northwest for tomorrow. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight will be several degrees below the freezing mark or down into the minus teens. Coldest in the north of New Brunswick with some lows between minus 14 and minus 17. And high temperatures for tomorrow below average for this time of the year. Looking at minus 4 to minus 7 for Nova Scotia, minus 7 for Charlottetown and Prince Edward Island, and between minus 8 and minus 10 for New Brunswick. So that snow's not going anywhere. Let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is coming in from 10-year-old Kai Ferguson from Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. Kai sent us a drawing of a bluebird resting in a tree under a colorful sky. Weather watchers can come in to P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or email kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Maria.
Thanks, Kaylin. So a unique workshop took place over the weekend at the Craig Gallery's waterfront studio. As CTV's Paul DeWitt shows us, participants tried their hand at Turkish paper marbling.
Perfect. Oh, wow. Hi, my name is Shahida. I have been marbling for 9 years, and I came to Canada 3.5 years ago. And when I first came to Canada, I realized most people don't know anything about marbling art, and that's why I tried to show to people what's the marbling art, because marbling art is known around the world as a Turkish Islamic art. Our products is very special products. I prepare all products by myself, and it takes a long time to prepare these products, and I prepared them 2 days ago. And for example, our paints and plants and our paints made from plants and natural pigments. Also, we use oak skull. Also, our paper, our water, every materials are special. That's why I couldn't find in Canada. I brought everything from Turkey.
We've got the water, we've got the chemical, what was it called? Kerigi, sorry. Kerigi, that they put in the water, and it helps the paint from diluting and kind of mixing into the water. So it just kind of lays on the top. You make your designs, and so when you're happy with what you've got, you're going to lay the paper on top and very, very gently pull it out, rubbing it against the side of the tray so that the paint sticks to the paper and doesn't stay on the water. But it's fascinating. Again, I could see this could become addictive.
I just want to invite everyone to check our offering. This is part of a series of workshops that we're organizing as part of the new things that we're going to do at the gallery. We're trying to make art more accessible to the members of our community.
Oh, very cool. Beautiful. And you get to walk away with something for your wall, too. Thank you. All right, going to take a break. When we come back, we'll tell you all about a maritime medical milestone.
So that was the first time we did 7 hip replacements in one operating room, I think, in kind of Atlantic Canada.
So this Nova Scotia doctor and his team performed 7 hip surgeries in one day. More on the Canadian First next.
We need this type of kit and equipment to be able to do our job, and that's exactly what it's designed to do. Keep us warm so that we can go ahead and do the rest of our job.
Canadian Armed Forces showed off their cold weather operations over the weekend. Soldiers were on hand at Fredericton's Officers Square to answer questions about their training and field experiences. There was also a fully equipped winter environment tent on site, along with other survival gear and rations. Cool inside look for sure. All right, on to our final story here. In December, the orthopedic team at Dartmouth General Hospital became one of the first in Canada to complete 7 hip replacement surgeries in a single operating room in one day. As CTV's Mike Lamb shows us, this past Friday, Dr. Jace Snyderman and his team did it again.
I'm Jay Snyderman, and I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Dartmouth General Hospital. And today we did 7 hip replacements in one operating room. So it was a really great experience for the team, and it's very efficient. In December, that was the first time we did 7 hip replacements in one operating room, I think, in kind of Atlantic Canada. So it was a good trial run, and I think we like me personally and the team, we kind of had some things to work on, and I think today went even smoother. I think just to be able to replicate it is the biggest thing, just to show it wasn't a one-off. I think we had a whole different team today, so definitely something we can build upon for the future. Like on an average operating day, I probably do 4 or 5 cases. Hip replacements generally take 30 to 40 minutes. Nothing changes really in terms of my operating time. It's mostly just the efficiency piece in terms of cleaning the room, making sure everything is set up, all the instruments are ready, and then the anesthesia gets done kind of simultaneously, so you have parallel processing, it's called. I just got to Dartmouth about 4 months ago, and the team here has been amazing since I've been here. Everyone's been really committed to kind of pushing things forward and kind of getting the best for patients in the province. And they've kind of set up a really good system here where it's very efficient, and they're trying to be the most efficient center in the province. I think Canada in general gets maybe a bad rap for wait times, so anything we can do to speed up the wait times and get more patients done, I think is a good thing we can do. If it was every day, I'd be pretty tired, so every once in a while is good. I think moving forward, maybe it's possible to do 8, so maybe 1 more. Getting 7 people off the wait list is a good achievement, and I think the team can be proud of that, because I think every person you get done is just another person that doesn't have to wait as long. Everyone did such a good job, and proud of everyone, from like the nurses to the anesthesia team to the cleaners. Everyone has their big important role, and the only way it happens is if everyone kind of works together to achieve it.
Way to go, team. All right.
Way to go, team. What an amazing accomplishment. Dr. Snyderman, thank you for even doing that interview at the end of what sounds like an epic day. 7 surgeries and maybe even pushing to 8 at some point. You were amazing, and we are so lucky to have you.
Yeah, congratulations to the entire team. A lot of skill at work there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, speaking of a lot of skill, you've used a lot of your skills to kind of forecast what's coming next.
Tried. It's been a tough one. This slow-moving weather system coming through. It's not wrapped up yet. We still have some more snow to come in, so we'll be talking more about that. I'll update you with that in 6. Some preliminary reports, only preliminary reports, because again, there's some more snow coming down for the region tonight for what we've seen so far, and then what's coming up and behind it.
We'll see you and Todd at 6 o'clock with the details. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. The National News is next.